So once again, good afternoon. So this is our lesson 4 in our second day, background shapes and layouts. So first topic is backgrounds. Ano ba yung backgrounds? Can anyone tell me who yung yung sa likod ninyo, yun yung background? So in graphics design, yun, to be specific, ano yung background? Ano ma'am? Base? Yes, pwede. Sa likod. What is your idea? Pag sinabi nating background. Ano ma'am? So wala kayong idea? Okay, so we will proceed. So backgrounds. Backgrounds are the backbone of a great design. Bakit? Bakit sinabing backbone? Ano sir? So ano ba yung backbone? Ano ma'am? Oh, ma'am. Bakit sinabing backbone? Yung background? Yes. Support foundation. Yes, that's correct. So, pag sinabi nating backbone, for example sa tao, di ba? Yan yung support natin sa ating katawan. So, if we have no backbone, paano tayo tatayo? So, ganun din sa background, ay sa image pala or sa graphics design. So, ito yung foundation ng ating design. So, reasons why background is the foundation or the backbone. So, first is backgrounds are the foundation of a successful composition. Then background textures and colors create depth and contrast, allowing graphics to stand out and get noticed. So, yun yung pinakamalaking image or picture na nakikita sa ating design. So, yung background talaga yung napapansin. Kasi sa lahat naman ng bagay, di ba? Kung ano yung pinakamalaki, yun yung napapansin. So, more importantly, ganun din sa designing. Okay, so again, well-composed background images can help create space for you to overlay text. So anong example yan? Yung lecture natin kanina sa images. Di ba maraming negative space or yung spaces for us to put or overlay the text na ilalagay natin sa ating design. And then backgrounds can give design more context, providing supporting visual elements. So yan yung mga reasons why importante yung pag-select ng isang magandang background to make your design stand out. Okay, so let's watch this video. Wait. Okay, let's watch this again.
Yeah. You may remember me from such videos and well, absolutely that's it. So make sure you have memory. These tutorial I'm going to be how to use Canva background and show you how to mark each scene and RPG backgrounds. First, we'll add photo backgrounds, and then we'll explore how to create visual text updates. We use two different tools to create instant visuals that stand out and illustrate objects. Before we Canva, and please subscribe in the way. That would be looking to start on other videos. Or, so let's go there. All right, first off, quick recap on the it's on campus training. The core organic between.
So merong feature ang Canva which is the background remove tool. So you can only use that if you have the Pro version. So kaya kailangan natin yung Pro version ng Canva.
All the issue. Everyone's a great company and well done. It's absolutely the easiest way to do that. Alright, not TikTok. Let me try out. But what all the environments? Look at where the layer of this one and then put back up. Now, I don't think the people. In the program, all sense, one more. Let me show you how to find this. I will compare these results that we don't have. SE or the guy. To get started, all of the item on slowly the process. We're looking easy to differentiate between the item and the back. Now that some items are the promoter. What I'm looking for here insert here. If you want to select the use of one of the tracks on that, so for example, I don't know if it's body when story or background super video or not. Something like this feedback. I'll restart it, drag it here, and do the next one. That's what we do. But I think if you do a slide shadow, I think what's going to item 30, these shadows will run and not the levels in columns. It's so neat, I don't even know. Actually, one. I don't have to know what this is. It's what you can do really well. And you can take a professional model out of yourself or finding a suitable model of that. Or I think it's got the basics. How to do that? In my previous video, I did it out of to pop out of this. This time around, I want to show you how that person is there. Take like this with great community. Sitting on the side. People or on Instagram, dedicated to something else. It things off, I'll start from the school spectrum. The print and the symbol as the library. all the patterns, and then moving forward, create a second copy. Let's see how easy to do this all. Now,
26.
Let's see again inside the okay. Model section, coming up in the background between the output and the local. Once you've got this experience, it needs to prove that items are all in. This factor is not. I use the exact same process to create grading variations. What other ones would use this technique on? Let me know. Alright, now we look create this slide, sound valid. For two, medium trade. Let's start with the best part. Then we want one or more experimental parts. To create that one around the small objects, remove the background. Then head over to the shadow. This time, select the water. And thickness on the file. No, like this. It's the same format. And this time, I'm the same person twice, with the model. If you want to idea, let me demonstrate by reading in this great name. First, I'll leave both parts of the cap. And then bring it. I'll find back in the minutes. I'll move the button. And it comes back, and out of the phone, so it's on the phone. And we thought, well, I wasn't get that far. How can school fix that? Nobody. Talking to you and making the plots. This is about my. Let's see, and we will see the problem with that. It's a bit more follow, yeah, it doesn't affect. Later. Now, I know you have any various slides. The most standing areas of notice. So this is one, I'll use it as a last technique. You'll have it. Really happy with that. We carefully consider the position of other pages like text and to the numbers. Next how one line of text is one of the all lines and buttons. It's up to regular, while from the work to do that. Repetition of the word also works to take out the word. But we want to how many layers do you do this? All we make that's three, not two people. And the language that word about text. Let me show you what I mean. All the all the figures that's directly on that moment. It's easy to look like. Same thing to the farm. I start with the background image, add my photo on the floor, then the bubbles, and then bubbles again. Well, let's see what we first. I can just get in there and really play. It's a good way to learn. Step from what you get about it. Let me know if you can use the tools to know how to all these lines. Or when you do this, and I'll be right now, just about how it's now. Unless of course you want me to show you how to use kind of video about it. Never have more in the comments if you want to hear about. If you got out of this video, please like and share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and see notifications each time I put a video like it. In fact, you may like to watch a few more of our videos now. Here are a few of my favorites. Oh, that's me. How you doing? See you next time.
Okay, so i-showcase niya ang background image remover sa Canva. So ganun lang kadali mag-remove ng background to make images pop. Diba sa Photoshop mahirap masyado 'yan kung hindi ka marunong. But sa Canva just a simple click erase na yung background. So ganun yung mga tools na or features na ino-offer ng Canva Pro. So hindi yun siya available pag normal lang na Canva. So example yun siya ng background remove tool and then creative background creation in Canva. Okay, so there are different kinds of background design. So merong solid color background design. Ano ba yung solid color? Isang color lang, di ba? So pwede ka mag-add ng shape or just change the color of the background. Then next is solid high contrast background design, textured background design, gradient background design, image background design. You can use image as your background. And then transparent background design, pattern background design, illustrated background design, white background design, using shapes and block text. So yung mga shapes, makikita nyo yan siya sa elements under sa, dito sa, makikita siya sa left side ng Canva if you open Canva. You can use shapes also in creating your backgrounds. And then blurred backgrounds, kagaya nung ginawa niya kanina, di ba? Madali lang, one click lang, blurred na. Then nag-duplicate lang siya ng image, ni-remove niya yung background ng isang image para na left is yung colored na tao lang. So ganun kadali sa Canva. So you can check the link or meron pa yung ibang mga different designs in background. Okay, next is shapes. Ano ba yung shapes? Di ba sa ibang platform or software editing tools, graphic design editing tools, hindi masyadong na-flex yung mga shapes, di ba? But in Canva, you can use shapes in different way. So we can see. So there are 5 ways to use shapes creatively in your designs. First, frame your content with a border. So frames are a great tool to focus your content or search frames or borders in Canva to navigate different options. So in that specific image, what do you see or what shape can you see? Yes, rectangle. So if you want to add a border around the section or a text, as seen in this example, use Alt-Shift-B. So yan yung shortcut key. So sa Canva, meron din tayong shortcut key. Pero unlike sa Photoshop, mas marami ata sa Canva. Maraming combination ng shortcut keys. So in that specific example, you can see the text. Ano ba yung nakalagay sa text? Or ano ba yung text na nandyan? Think big. So if you remove that shape, parang hindi siya na-emphasize, di ba? So that simple shape can give emphasis. So mas nakaka-focus yung audience mo doon sa text mismo with the help of shape. So yan yung number 1. Use shape in framing or border. Next is resize a shape to create emphasis. So in that particular image, what do you see? What shape can you see? Line, rectangle, di ba? So the size and color of shapes can be easily changed, making them a versatile tool for many of your designs. And resize a shape by expanding it at the corners and allowing it to increase and decrease scale. So yun yung ginamit niya is puro rectangle. So madali lang naman i-resize yung rectangle or yung mga shapes doon sa Canva. So you can use that. In that example, a rectangle has been resized to create emphasis on under the title Hawaii. So pinalitan niya yung color, ginaya niya yung color ng text. So you should match it in your text so that mas maganda siyang tingnan, and also it gives emphasis to the title. And also, pag same color, it creates visual harmony. Pangit naman kung iba-ibahin natin yung color, di ba? So mas maganda pag may visual harmony yung ating design for that kind of example. And then the next is fill in gaps in letters using shape. So don't be afraid to get creative with your typeface, especially if they're a feature element in your design. So in that example, what shapes do you think are used to fill in the gap in the letters? Circle. Okay, ano pa? Triangle. Kita galing daw. And so circle and triangle for the letters B and R and A. So in this design, circles and triangle have been used to fill in hollow areas of the letters B, R, and A. So note how this adds an element of visual interest and makes the title stand out. So, di ba pwede pala gamitin yung shapes to make your title stand out. So mas napapansin. Okay, next is use shapes to highlight numbers. So a solid shape will become a point of focus in your design. So take advantage of this visual factor by placing numbers or important elements in a shape. So in that example, ano ba yung shape na nilagay niya? Square. But ano yung element na ginamit or ano ba yung paggamit niya sa square? So di ba, ginawa niyang transparent. Yes, para makita pa rin yung background. and to make emphasis on the number 2. So for more subtle effect, increase the transparency of your shape to help it blend seamlessly in your design. So pwede yan sa Canva. Madali lang yan i-navigate. Kasi lahat naman nakikita natin doon sa upper part, yung mga tools. So meron doon transparent. So I will show it to you later. And then layer shapes creatively. So put your creative ability to test and find unique ways to later shapes. They can be useful tool for basic infographics or if you simply want to add an original touch to your design. So ito yung pinaka-crucial kung minsan sa Canva kasi wala tayong pane in the layers. 'Di ba? Unlike Photoshop, makikita natin sa kilid, sa right side, kung ano yung layering, 'di ba? Sa Canva kasi wala. So dapat alam mo kung saan mo nilagay o ano yung layer niya. Kung saan ba siya, sa ilalim ba siya, sa itaas ba siya, para mas ma-organize or ma-arrange nyo kung ano yung sunod-sunod ng mga layers ninyo sa Canva. So dapat keep in mind yung layering niyo para mas maganda siyang tingnan and then hindi siya masisira. For that particular example, yung sa pinakataas na shape is what? Sa layer niya. Ano ba yung pinakataas? Circle, di ba? And then, nasa ilalim ng circle na shape is square and triangle. So, mag-iiba na yung design if yung nasa upper layer is the square or the triangle. So, keep in mind the layering pag nagagawa kayo ng design sa Canva. Kasi meron dyan, pag you right-click a certain element, so you can increase the layer or put it below. Mayroon namang shortcut, parang control and then brackets. Makikita nyo sa keyboard yung brackets. Sa katabi ng letter P. So, dyan mo ma-adjust yung element kung saan yung layering niya sa Canva. Okay, so the last is layout. So ano ba yung layout? So parati nating naririnig yan pag nagpapagawa ng tarpaulin, di ba? Layout, pa-layout ko ba? Ay sir, pwede pa-layout. So ganun, yun yung layout. So there are 5 ideas to simplify your layouts para hindi na tayo mahirapan. So meron tayong 5 tips or ideas. First is limit the colors in your design. So alam naman natin kung ano yung color psychology, di ba? So in layouting, color is a powerful tool when creating new layout, but it's also important not to get carried away. So before you start designing, choose a color palette of 2 or 4 colors. So sa color palette, kung pipili kayo ng color palette, so dapat hindi nyo dadamihan. So make a limit in your palettes, only bali maximum ninyo 4. Kasi mahirapan na kayo tawag nito, mag-create ng idea pag marami na kayong kulay na gagamitin sa isang design. So this will ensure the colors in your design are striking, effective, and cohesive. And don't overpower the composition of your design. So for that example, ano ba yung ginamit niya? Anong color? Color palette. So meron siyang dark green na ginamit and then lighter green para lumabas yung text para mas makikita. So he used square shape or rectangle shape, nilagay niya doon sa likod ng text. So a monochromatic color palette like this image include a light and dark versions of a single color. So yung ginamit niya is dark green for the shape or yung rectangle and then light green for the text. So mas maganda tingnan pag maliit lang yung color palettes na ginagamit and then mas simple, mas elegant, mas professional. So yan yung dapat nating tandaan in creating design. So limit talaga yung color para hindi ma-overpower yung output natin. Kasi diyan kung minsan diyan tayo nagkakamali, lalong-lalo na when we are presenting something in with your clients. So hindi nila talaga gusto yung maraming kulay. Kasi unlike sa ating mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo maglagay ng maraming elements sa ating design, di ba? Napapansin niyo, di ba, yung mga graphic editors na Pilipino, gusto nila maganda. So iba't ibang kulay yung nilalagay. So not knowing na iba pala yung ibig sabihin or may mga ibig sabihin pala yung kulay na nilalagay sa inyong design. And next, number 2, in layouting, avoid using too many elements. So parati nating sinasabi na the lesser the element or the lesser the tawag ito, use image elements and other shapes is much better to look. So before and during the creative process, always ask yourself, what is the purpose of my design? What is the ultimate goal? And what is the overall message? So make sure everything has a reason to be included in the design. And remember, don't be afraid of white negative space, which space refer to empty areas within your layout, and it can be used to frame your elements effectively. So for this example, ano ba yung nakikita ninyo? Ano ba yung nakikita ninyo? Ano ba yung elements na ginamit niya? Text. Ano pa? Puno, di ba? And then, a simple background. So, ginamit niya yung background as a border para sa kanyang puno or element. So, as Coco Chanel famously said, before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take one thing off. It's easy to get carried away, so choose your design element selectively. So, mas maganda, mas simple, mas professional tingnan. So, ganyan pag nandoon ka na talaga sa real situation. Kasi ganyan talaga yung iniisip ko parati. And then, yan din yung ini-expect parati ng mga clients natin if they are requesting you to create something. So, I tried a much creative design with many elements, and then hindi talaga parating na-appreciate ng mga clients yan. Especially yung mga taga-US and Australians. Kasi demanding sila pero mas gusto nila sa mga design is simple. Mas madaling maintindihan. Kasi pag marami na masyadong design, marami na masyadong elements, hindi na naintindihan ng kanilang audience kung anong ibig sabihin o anong gusto nilang ipahiwatig sa kanilang mga designs. And then, number 3, substitute text with images. So before and during the creative process, always ask yourself, na-replay lang. So yung substitute text with images, ibig sabihin yan, di ba may rule tayo kanina in text. So how many percent in an image? 20 to 30%. Okay, in that particular example, anong ginamit niyang image to replace the text? Kita niyo, hindi? I-zoom ko. Kita? Yan. Ano ba yung ginamit niyang image or element para pang-replace niya sa text? Ano? Ibon? Yes. So, can you read what it said in the image? Oh, follow me. Ano yung ibon? Yes. So, yan yung gusto niyang ipahiwatig sa image. So, follow me on Twitter. So, hindi niya na nilagay yung text na Twitter. So, sinupplement niya yung text as an icon or yung image para mas simpler tignan, mas catchy. So, meron ding, kung minsan merong challenge kasi yung iba, hindi na nakikita masyado. So, that's the third rule. So, replace text with image para mas malesen yung text content sa ating mga design kasi limited lang talaga yung pwede nating ilagay para mas makafocus sila on the bigger picture. Okay, next is limit your font selection. So ano ba yung mga font natin kanina? Serif, sans serif, display, and script. Yes, okay. So choosing typeface that complement each other is a vital part of an aesthetic appealing layout. But again, be selective. Limit your font palette to 2 or 3, including the style variants such as bold, italic, and condensed. Kasi merong iba't ibang tawag ito, style or heaviness ang isang font. Meron siyang bold, meron yung regular, meron yung condensed, meron yung extra, ano yun? Extended. So marami. Kaya be careful. But you can also use one font with different weights para mas maganda siya tingnan. Para mas malimit yung font selection natin. Kasi pag maraming font selection or maraming types ng fonts sa isang image, so pangit na tingnan, parang bata yung gumawa. So to make it more professional, so you should limit your font selection and then play with the weights of your fonts. So yan yung dapat nating tandaan. So kagaya niyan, in this image, a serif and sans serif font have been used. So yung ginamit niya is Josephine, Slab, and Roboto. Yan yung sans serif and serif. So I advise na gumawa kayo ng mga go-to fonts ninyo. Kahit 5 sa serif, 5 sans serif, 5 display, and 5 typeface. Para when you are creating a design, meron na kayong gagamitin kagad. Hindi na kayo maghahanap pa kung ano yung mga bagay. So be creative and practice kung ano ba yung mga bagay na fonts na gagamitin in a certain design. And last is create contrast. So use contrast to create a design that is simple yet effective. So contrast helps particular design elements stand out from one another and can also be used to enhance the mood of the image. So here is just a white text stand out from a pink circle which jumps out from a black background. So ganun lang kasimple. So don't make complicated masyado na designs. Kung kaya lang naman gawin siya in simple way and mas maganda tingnan and it looks more professional. So ganyan yung high contrast. Ibig sabihin, combine high contrast color or yung mga bright colors and the black ones or yung dark. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng high contrast colors. And then you can also play with the transparency ng isang shape. So yung shape na ginamit niya dyan is circle lang, di ba? And then the design is the design looks simple but yet eye-catching, di ba? So mas nakafocus siya sa center. So ginamit niyang frame is black lang, black na color on its background. So yan yung example ng solid color background. And then number 6, meron pa pala. Remember the magic number. So yan yung dapat natin tandaan. What is that magic number? Ano ba yung sabi? Always remember the number 3. So 3. 3 parati ang tandaan. So 3 font. So 3. 3 font sizes, 3 colors, and 3 bullet points in creating designs. Kung gusto niyo yung mas madali kayong makagawa. For example, as mentioned before, different font sizes will establish visual hierarchy in text and it tells the audience what to read first. So ano yung ginamit niya sa heading? Anong font yan? Julian Sans 1. And the size is 42. So dyan mas nakafocus yung audience. Di ba? Yan yung pinakamalaki and yan yung mas madaling makita. So yan yung focus o yan yung topic ng image or ng graphics natin. And then alam niya kung saan yung last na babasahin. Siyempre yung pinakamaliit, di ba? Yan yung mahirap basahin. Siyempre, liitan mo yung mga size. So the bigger the size, so yan yung mas madaling mapansin. So tandaan niyo yan parate. So the eye is naturally drawn to large elements. So always make sure your heading or the information you want to people to read first. And in the biggest. So this should be followed by your subtle subtitle, then your body text, and then this image uses 2 different fonts and 3 different font sizes. So 2 fonts lang yung ginamit niya, but 3 yung font sizes niya. So yung heading is Julia Sanz and 42 yung size. Yung subtitle is Libre Baskerville. So yan yung 21, yung 5-day diet plan. And then yung pinaka-last is same font but hindi siya naka-bold. So iniba niya lang yung weight. Iniba niya lang yung weight ng font. So same lang din, Julian, Sans 1 and then 11 yung font size. 'Di ba? Simple lang. So always remember that tip. Okay, next is 3 bullet points. So parati yan siyang ginagamit lalong-lalo na sa Facebook, yung sa social media. For example, nagbibigay ka ng training. So ano ba yung included sa training? 'Di ba? Website design, for example, graphics design, and then ano pa ba? Social media management. And then may read more, 'di ba? So in creating that certain image, so you should remember that you should only use 3 bullet points so that mas makiklickbait yung ating audience. So mag-wonder sa ano pa ba yung iba? Kasi may more, 'di ba? May clickbait. So bullet points present information in order to and eligible fashion. So mas malinis tingnan kung maliit lang yung text. So 3 bullet points provides readers with information without complementing a design. So kagaya ng sinabi natin paulit-ulit kanina is dapat yung design natin ay gagamit ng 20 to 30% lang ng text. Huwag na kayong susobra kasi pangit na tingnan. Puro text na yung lalagay sa image ninyo. So bullet points present information in an ordered and legible fashion. So yan yung ibig sabihin yan. Mas malinis tingnan, mas organized, mas legible. And then 3 lang yapon. Combine 3 elements. So that in that particular example, what elements ba yung ginamit niya? Anong elements ba yung ginamit? Sa ilalim. Wait lang, i-zoom ko. So yan, ano bang elements ginamit? So first, rectangle shape or rectangle shape, text, and background. So 3 elements. In the second picture or the design, background, icon or yung image na icon ng leaves and then text. So ganun lang kasimple. So don't overcomplicate your design. So yung ginagawa kasi natin minsan sobra-sobra, di ba? So akala nyo artistic na masyado. Ibig sabihin, ang pag-portray pala ng design is nasisira na yung meaning ng graphics or iba na yung ibig sabihin ng design ninyo. So grabe no, yung graphics design marami pala dapat tayong tandaan. So not only the background, the text, the fonts. So marami tayong dapat i-consider so that we could create a visually appealing image or design. And then also 3. So using a grid to position 3 images can create visual, narrative, or theme. So applying a photo filter will give images unified and consistent look. So ganyan dyan, 3 images yung ginamit niya, but he used a grid. So meron yan sa Canva. Kasi yung maganda sa Canva is merong frames with equal shapes or equal sizes. And then meron din grids katulad yan. So pag nagdadrag ka ng image sa grid na yan, automatic, nag-snap na. Parang meron siyang masking. So automatic masking. And then he used same filters para same color lang yung nakikita. Kasi kung hindi yan naka-filter, iba-ibang kulay yan. Sigurado. Baka yung iba pa dyan, yung mata ng isda is pula. 'Di ba? And then yung background ng nangingisda is orange. So use filters so that meron siyang visual harmony. So using a grid to position 3 images can create visual narrative or theme. Applying a photo filter will give the images unified and consistent look. So para hindi out of place yung mga design ninyo. So create them in unison. So questions. Ready na ulit sa task? So we have last task for the day. So same pa rin siya with directions and hint so that mapapractice ninyo yung Canva. But in the next lecture, wala na. So practice talaga, practice. Question before we will start. Ready na?